Hello, welcome to Prairie Imperfection. I am Lisa. I'm here again to give you another pregnancy update. I'm doing these every Thursday, so come follow along. Today is my 7-week pregnancy update, and I got some exciting stuff to talk about this week. But first, let me get into the symptoms and the cravings. So the symptoms this week were pretty mild, so I had a very good week. The main symptom I would say would be like breast tenderness, and then also like I wake up with a dry mouth a lot, so I must be a little dehydrated, so I gotta remember to drink more water. I had some fatigue. I don't know if I would say I had nausea, a little bit here and there, but mostly like a super picky appetite. And that was pretty much it for my symptoms this week. Oh yeah, and some cramping, a little bit of cramping here and there. And lower back pain. Okay, so now that's it for my symptoms. So my cravings, I don't know if I would call them cravings, but like I said, I was super picky. I needed to be in the mood for a certain food to eat it. So yeah, one evening I had French toast with strawberries and cream for supper. I know, not the healthiest choice, but it's what I wanted to eat. Another time I had like grilled cheese and tomato soup. And yeah, just kind of random stuff. Last night I was so hungry, I had like pork and beans. This was like in the evening. I had pork and beans and cheese, and that really hit the spot, even though, you know, kind of random stuff. But yes, I would say I am craving more like fruit, like canned fruit, maybe like canned pineapple, canned peaches, something like really juicy, fruity things would be probably my top cravings. Another thing, my mom brought me a jar of salsa this week, so I was kind of craving Tostitos with sour cream and salsa. Here's my son Eli again. He's always in the videos because he takes a nap in the day and then doesn't go to bed at night. So now for the exciting stuff, I am going to talk to you a little bit about my care provider plans, birth plans kind of thing, and yes, and tell you that I did go see my family physician this week, and I did go for my first ultrasound this week. So that was super exciting. First of all, both of those appointments went really good. My doctor checked out all the initial stuff. I was pregnant. My blood sugar was good. He also gave me a pap smear because I was due for that anyways. So awesome, because it's good to make sure I'm healthy anyways. And my grandmother died from cervical cancer, I think. So yeah, especially for me, I want to make sure I'm, you know, getting checked regularly. If you watched my previous update, I said I had applied to get a midwife, but I got rejected because they did not have enough space for everyone, and I guess I did not make the cuts. And from that video, one of my friends here on YouTube recommended me to watch the documentary, what was it called? The Business of Being Born. And I would totally recommend that for anyone that's trying to figure out their birth plan. It was very informative. It explained the benefits of the midwifery program or midwives. If you have that available to you and you feel like having more of a say in how your birth goes and a more natural birth without unnecessary interventions, midwife would be a good option. But for me, I don't have that option, and I'm gonna choose to be grateful for what I do have. Okay, so my experience giving birth with OBs was not that negative, and I don't know how the Canadian slash, you know, how the Canadian medical system compares to the American medical system, because we have our healthcare is paid for by the government, whereas, yeah, the States is private healthcare. So I don't know how that would affect it. Also, that documentary was based out of New York, so maybe like bigger cities, you know, have way more population and they need their systems to go quicker, so they probably run into problems like that more. If you watch the documentary, like they were saying, like they push C-sections more and inductions because of, yeah, because basically they want to put people through as fast as they can, and they don't give you time to labor on your own, which I found has not been the case where I've given birth. But yes, I don't know. Let me know if you have experienced that or not. So, okay, in my city, how it works is I can go to my family doctor till I think about 20 weeks. So I will continue to go to him. I went to him last week. He's super awesome. He's an older doctor, so I feel like he's very well, he's very knowledgeable. He has very good bedside manner, and overall I just feel like he really cares about his patients. So I'm super happy to continue care with him. Then at 20 weeks, my OB that I had, that I would normally get referred to, that I had the last 2 pregnancies, is actually not practicing anymore because his eyesight is going. So I will have to be referred to a different OB that's in the same office as my previous OB, which will be fine. And I think I have actually met her because I think she did one of my appointments when my original OB was on holidays. So that will be okay. She seemed very nice too, and I should be taken good care of with her as well. So yes, in the city that I live in, then the OB will look after me from 20 weeks until, you know, probably 41 weeks for me, because I like to go way past overdue. And then when I go into the hospital to give birth, the OB on call when I go into labor will deliver my baby, not my OB that's been taking care of me the whole time. Because that's the system that is in my city. So that I don't actually mind, because yeah, the OB isn't actually there for very long anyways. It's mostly the nurses, the maternity nurses, that are the champs when you go into labor here, because they are with you from when you're checked in until, yeah, the whole time. They're like the support system. They're encouraging you, they're helping you, they're getting you things that you need. And yeah, they're with you, they're there during the labor, and then they call in the doctor whenever they think you're ready to deliver. So yeah, the OB is there during the pushing stage and the delivery, and then the most important thing I think they're there for is to make sure you deliver the whole placenta, and that you're, you know, not having any more bleeding, and that you're getting stitched up. If you have any tears, you're getting stitched up properly. I have had tears both times, so yeah, they helped stitch me up. And that's pretty much all they did. So it was mostly the nurses. Then after you get delivered, after your baby delivers you, then the nurses come and take care of you again to make sure you are, you know, recovering well and your baby's doing well, and they help you learn to breastfeed and all that jazz. So I don't know, is that all I want to say? That's my experience. I'm going to be grateful for the doctors I have, because they're pretty much the only choice I have, and my birth plan will be you know, to listen to my doctors, I guess. I feel like they have supported me the best that they could, and they have never pushed me to do something I've been uncomfortable with. As for epidurals, I will be getting one, though, or I will want to get one, though that's something that I think you can decide on the day. It's not something that needs to be decided way ahead of time. And honestly, with my first birth, I had my epidural early enough. And with my second birth, I had it like at 8 centimeters. So I found my second birth to be way more traumatic than my first birth. So I think the epidural helped me kind of enjoy the experience more. Yeah, and okay, and lastly, I hope that I do not have to be induced, but I will be getting induced if I do go over 41 weeks, because that's what the doctor recommends, and they said the placenta disintegrates or starts to disintegrate starting there, so it leads to more risks to the baby. And I did do my own research on that to see if, you know, if that was actually true or not. And I did read a study from the UK that was saying there is a greater risk of death and there's a greater risk of emergency C-sections if you do watchful waiting instead of being induced after 41 weeks. So being induced after 41 weeks is the safer option, so that's what I will be doing. My ultrasound, did I mention? My ultrasound went really well. There was a heartbeat. It was measuring 7 weeks and 6 days, which is exactly the same as my LMP, or last menstrual period, dates. So that's awesome. So I think, you know, I feel like I can kind of more confidently get excited about this pregnancy. The other thing, the last thing, my weight was 176, which is like a pound up from my starting weight. My weight is fluctuating a little, you know, a few pounds up and a few pounds down, so I feel like I'm kind of staying the same. I haven't gained any weight yet, which is awesome. And now I guess I will do my baby bump and be done with this. So this is my baby bump for whatever weeks I'm at. 7, 8. 8 weeks. End of my 7 weeks. Yes. Thank you for watching. I'm excited to go along on this journey with you, and thank you to the new subscribers and the old subscribers for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And see you next time. Bye.